You're not depressed, you're just overstimulated. Have you ever actually looked at your total screen time on a daily basis? Like, I hate to break it to you, bro, but you're that type of guy who doesn't take action and delays things, aka the harder stuff. He does that, but as soon as there's something which to him is easy, can be done just like that, and gets the rewards that fast, you don't think twice. But then at the same time, you complain why you have no energy, or that you're depressed, or that you're unambitious. This all comes down to dopamine, the reward hormone, and how much you've absolutely fried it and overstimulated it these past God knows how many years. You want to know a story? 2 years ago, 2023, 1 year into like hardcore self improvement, I was lifting weights consistently. I'd cut out video games at this point, was doing meditation, reading, all of the good habits. But there was one area specifically that I wasn't really seeing the progress that I wanted to. It was a device. Believe it or not, the device I'm recording this video on right now, my phone. At this point in time, on a monthly basis, I was progressing, was getting stronger, more educated, a bit more confident as time would go on. But the one thing that almost stopped me from reaching that next level and distracted me from achieving my goals was my phone. Social media specifically, short form content even more specifically. You know when you're scrolling mindlessly, ask yourself, why do you do that when, let's say, you're catching the bus, you're just waiting for something, just mindlessly. You have no intention, and it's just become a habit for you to grab your phone out of your pocket. That is all to get dopamine. Oh my god, my throat. Because you say you need to feel good to then do something. You rely on quick dopamine. And you do know when you start to get it more of the easy way, through scrolling, through fapping, through video games, social media, or whatever, the stuff you consider hard only becomes 100 times harder. So back in 2023, I thought I was doing everything that I could possibly be doing, but I wasn't progressing at the rate I wanted to. And then I can remember brutally, I saw a YouTube video exactly like this, and it taught me about a dopamine detox and how you should try challenge yourself to, let's say, a month. No social media. And at first it interested me, and I was like super motivated. And I thought I'd give it a shot. Tell my friends, boys, I like made it over dramatic just because of how much I loved attention. Telling my boys, I need a break. I gotta step back. And they're like, what? Why? Is everything okay? And I just wonder all the drama that comes along with it. I didn't tell them why. I just said, nah, I gotta go. I don't know when I'll see you guys soon or talk to you guys next, but I gotta go. I remember it was the start of 2023. I think it was at the beach when I text this because I was like reading at the beach and I was like highly motivated at this point in time. I think this was on Snapchat. Text them that, delete Snap, delete Instagram, delete TikTok, even delete YouTube. I'm there with my book. I'm pretty sure I was reading Reasons Not to Worry, some like book about stoicism by something Kalani. Can't remember exactly who the author was. I'm lying there on the sand with my coconut water, my book, and now a phone that used to be full of applications that I'd spend over 8 hours a day on, with now none of those, and just pretty much a dried, empty phone. No girls, no social media, nothing but a camera and looking through my photo gallery. I even deleted Spotify, so no degenerate music, full detox. At first I'm like, oh my God. I started feeling good about myself. I'm like, no, not one of my friends has ever done this. I feel better. I feel stronger. The fact that they're using all these apps and I'm not. I am better. I wonder how long I'm gonna go. I'm gonna push for a month. I'm gonna do this. Lying on my towel, getting sunlight. 5 minutes in, bro. Instantly, my brain starts craving a scroll. I'm literally, imagine this. I'm lying on my towel, eyes closed, tanning, got my suntan lotion on me. And instantly I just get that random impulse that I need to scroll or text my friends. Or if I've missed something really, really, really important. And now I'm not getting any notifications from them. Maybe one of them's died. I start panicking. Just because something I've been codependent on is now no longer there. It's like cutting off ties with... Think about how much hours you spend on your phone. 8 hours. Cutting ties with like a third of your day. Something that reassures you. Something that is there always for you. Quick, easy dopamine. Always there. But now it's not. And I start thinking, was this really worth it? What have I done? I start literally instantly, 10 minutes in, I start getting regret. Thinking maybe I can just quickly download them without them seeing. No, I can't do that. I'm breaking my promise. And I sent this whole over dramatic attention seeking message saying I gotta go on a mission. I gotta go. What do? I'm just here at the beach, bored as fuck. I leave the beach. I grab my towel, get my beach bag, get my book, and just go for a walk. Like, oh, let me get a coffee. Let me try, like, sit at a coffee shop and act all high value. Get a coffee, get an iced long black, no milk. I'm not a low testosterone motherfucker. Straight black coffee with some ice. Take a sip. Look around. At this exact coffee shop, it was like outside area. Everyone was on their phones. And this is when it clicked. That holy fuck. He's on his phone. She's on his phone. He, she. I'm not. I'm also starting to feel less anxious. I also haven't compared myself for now 30 minutes. Everyone else is just glued down. No one's being social. No one's doing this. No one's doing. And they say they're depressed, but are they really just overstimulated? I pushed and achieved a week back in 2023. 1 week, no social media. Ghost mode. I'm not going to sit here and say how easy it was, but holy fuck, when I can look back and remember how clear my brain was, literally like living on a different planet. My friends started even to get concerned, thinking I was dead. But this isn't me saying, oh, I breezed past it, I didn't get any withdrawal symptoms. It was a battle, specifically in the morning. The withdrawal symptoms were the strongest, and I was like, oh, just one scroll. Oh, but it's not there. Let me just download it. But I can't, but I can, but I can't, but I can. It was an addiction. And I went from one extreme to another like that. I went from 8 hours screen time to 1 hour max just looking at my camera roll. You know what I gained most from this? Not only a clear mind, not only less negative thoughts, but time, focus, and a mission. This gave me something other to do, whether it be hard or easy, that's besides the point. It gave me something to do that was more challenging and to get real dopamine instead of the easy dopamine. Right now, this is going to trigger a big limiting belief inside of you, but you're the type of guy who always says, I need to feel good to take action. No, you don't. You need to feel like absolute shit and starve and deprive yourself from easy and junk dopamine to take action on the stuff you want to take action on. You know how much of a sign of weakness it is for the guys who say, oh, Adrian, I don't want to start posting yet. I don't want to post content yet because I don't feel good. I want to focus more on my career. I want to just waste more time because then I kind of know in the future, 6 months from now, a year from now, 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now, I know I will somehow magically feel better then, and that will enable me to take action on the harder stuff. False. The only reason why I started this whole movement, this channel, this journey, was because of how much I deprived myself from the quick and easy pleasures. I find fulfillment in business now, whereas, let's say, my old friends in high school still find fulfillment in fucking video games or fapping or scrolling. Like, that is their most pleasurable task. But let's just be honest, bro, when we compare tasks, what has more of a positive impact? What leaves this planet with good rather than bad or wasteful time? Making a business or scrolling? Specifically like an educational content creator business. You're literally giving advice to your younger self. What is more fulfilling, purposeful, worthwhile? Yeah, it's harder. Yeah, you got to be vulnerable behind the camera. Yeah, you got to be consistent, disciplined, and you could actually not make any progress in the space of 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 years, but you do it anyway, regardless of how you feel, because you know deep down it's the right thing to be doing. Or you can just get the quick and easy dopamine. You can say, oh, I don't feel good yet. Let me just scroll for another couple hours, and then I might actually get a flip in my brain that makes me realize, holy fuck, I've looked around and all of my other friends are just levels above me. I don't relate to them anymore. I might need to start posting. But after a couple more scrolls, after a couple more faps, after a couple more video game sessions with the boys, the first actionable step for this lesson is we need to slice your screen time in half. And if you're unaware of it right now, I want you to pause this video and take a look. Because most likely, bro, you're watching this video on your phone because YouTube's so accessible. Scroll down, swipe to the very left, or go on your settings. I don't know, I don't really care. Check your screen time. And if it's 6 hours, if it's 8 hours, we need to get it to 3 or to 4 ASAP. This is going to free up your time. This is going to cause some sort of like dissatisfaction and a little bit of pain in your brain because you're not giving it the same amount of dopamine and pleasure you once did. And yeah, you're going to go through a period of time where you're like, fuck, I need to just scroll. I need to. You're like fiending for it. But you push past that because the masculine, disciplined version of yourself does what he has to do regardless of how he feels. This leads to the second limiting belief that you're having right now. If it's not fun, it's not worth doing. You're hearing me speaking, you're thinking, oh, Adrian, that sounds kind of cool, but I have more fun. I have more fun scrolling. Like, they actually make me laugh, some of these reels and shorts. I have more fun having banter with all the boys. I have more fun fapping and not going on dates. Let's dig deep here and realize that fun, like the word fun, is the same thing for me, and for you. What is fun? Because what you find fun, I don't find fun. So that means fun is the same thing. I have fun recording YouTube videos, you have fun scrolling. Who's having more fun? Neither of us. But we're experiencing fun. And I want you to start experience more of the type of fun I have, because I know they'll change you from being that little boy who complains and says, oh, I'm depressed, but you're not. You're just overstimulated. You fried your dopamine. You're not getting the true fun that I am and that you actually want and crave. You crave it. You crave validation. You crave admiration. You crave respect. You want to climb the social status ladder. You want all of these things, and you're achieving them all in the video games you're playing, which aren't doing much. They don't mean anything. So how do we switch you from having more of the right type of fun? Like I said previously, we've got to cut out and diminish and slice in half your screen time, but also realize that true growth grows in boredom and silence. I can sit here and look at my camera for 10 minutes straight and not say a word and have so much fun just because I'm so happy with who I am, because I'm not as overstimulated as you. I can sit in an empty room for an hour and just smile. You know how much that takes to say? How like healthy my brain is compared to you? Especially when you know you're doing stuff that's hard or you've done stuff that's hard. Like building the Greek god physique. Like deleting social media, like reading those grueling books that required something out of you, but you did it anyway. When you do the hard stuff, afterwards, it's almost like a fresh breath of air. Like, I feel fucking good. Whereas when you do the easy stuff first, afterwards, you actually feel more anxious than before having that fun. Because think about it. As soon as you're done playing that video game, when you click that off button, that fun ends. But when I finish a YouTube video, when I finish a hard gym session, the fun just starts. I'm like, oh, I can't believe I did that. I feel fucking amazing. Whereas you, it's the complete opposite. You spend an hour scrolling and then think, oh my god, I just wasted an hour. What have I done? You say, what have I done? I say, I'm so glad I did that. And at the same time, you complain you're depressed. And you say that, oh, Adrian's not having fun. Adrian's not having fun. You have to read while I'm doing this. I'm eating my munchies. I'm eating my munchie. I don't want to say I always get the last laugh. Not only that, but I'm having the most fun I've ever had in my life. Because I'm experiencing true progress. I have people coming up to me saying, oh my god, Adrian, I've been loving your content. Keep pushing. I'm getting new looks with how like much of progress with my physique from my friends. I'm growing the fastest I've ever grown on social media. Everything is becoming more and more and more fun. That's what happened when you choose discipline and detox and start doing more of the right dopamine activities. It's so crazy. Like, I can just, I'm going to make this an hour full guide video. Like, why not? I haven't posted a 1 hour video for like, what, 2 months now? So let's make this a 1 hour full guide. I wasn't even expecting to make this a 1 hour video, but there is so much stuff to talk about. So much stuff. What you're doing right now is learning. But you're also the type of guy who says, Adrian, I can't focus, so that's why I don't even bother. You say you can't focus, but you've literally been focusing on this video for 23 minutes because you know what I'm saying is most likely right and you want to experience the life I'm experiencing. So you can focus. You can. The more you say you can't, the more that's feeding into your subconscious, which is then making your conscious actions align with that. If you were to say, oh, I can focus, I can do a detox, I can get hard dopamine, I can. That's like sending little letters into your subconscious mind. Because your subconscious mind just takes in anything, good or bad. It's like a gate that's left open 24/7 in your sleep, when you're awake, whenever. So when you start feeding it positive, like nourishment, you are now the guy who can focus. I used to be the type of guy who would say, oh, I can't speak behind the camera. I can't. I can't go to the gym consistently. It just requires too much of my time. I can't. Oh, I can't go on dates. I was known as the awkward skinny guy in high school. I can't. The more I said I can't, the more I said I can't, the more I actually couldn't. Didn't help me in any way. And believe it or not, this is going to be really deep here. Me saying I can't gave me easy dopamine because I was completing the goal of not doing the hard thing. Think about it. By you saying you can't, you are actually achieving your goal to not do the hard thing. And that is, you're actually getting easy dopamine the more you say you can't do something. So right now, you're overstimulated as fuck. Whenever you say, oh, I can't speak behind the camera, but you physically moved your mouth to say that. So technically you can. You can. You can speak English. If you have a speaking impediment, if you actually can't physically spit out words, okay, maybe you can't. But you can. So every time you say you can't, you're getting quick dopamine. You feel good in the short term, but in the long term, you're just digging yourself a deeper and deeper and deeper hole. I've never actually even thought of this. I actually kind of read about this in the book I've just started, The Courage to be Disliked. This book is about some guy who sees a philosopher, and the philosopher is like just being super, super, super deep and straight out forward with him. And this guy's coming to him speaking about his friends, saying, oh, my friend always gets angry, he's got anger issues, blah, blah, blah. But he's just like that and he doesn't want to leave his room. Or he can't leave his room because of social anxiety and he just gets angry. And the philosopher says to him, straightforwardly, he's using anger and social isolation and to not leave his room as a way to experience and to achieve dopamine. He uses anger as a tool to achieve his goal. Right now, you are doing all of the most negative emotions to just achieve your goal. And it's funny, bro, because I used to be the exact same as you. And it got specifically way harder. It was so much harder back like 2-3 years ago when I was friends with all types of people like this. Quick plug, I have just opened my school community full of self-improvement, a brotherhood where us guys can just improve ourselves and have people who want to chase hard dopamine and not the easy stuff. So if right now you feel like your social group isn't the type of people you really want to spend time with, first link in the description. Pre-recorded courses, live discussion thread, live calls and live meetups. I'll see you inside. Quick plug, had to let it fly. Realize that in human nature, we will do anything to achieve our goal, whether it be easy or hard. Right now, you can say I speak in more of a motivating way to achieve my goal in motivating you, to uplift you. You can say I go to the gym so I build my identity and I look more trustworthy, and you can actually listen to me and it makes you feel like I have more authority. Because think about it, bro. If I didn't have fucking 18-inch arms, if I didn't have a big chest that I can literally bounce, you probably wouldn't listen to me. Imagine if I was sitting here, out of shape, pimples on my face, no haircut, and I was to say the exact same words. Would you listen to me? I don't think so. Imagine I had like 6 double chins, bro. I was looking like, bro, bro. All of the actions and decisions we make in a day are to achieve a goal. So going back to the point of you saying, oh, Adrian, I just can't focus on the hard stuff. You can, and that's all a self-image thing. which has been ingrained in you since high school. Because maybe in high school, you had teachers saying to you, oh, you might need to see a doctor just because you can't focus. You're getting poor grades. Not because you just straight up don't give a fuck about these meaningless, stupid tests, but because of the fact that you have a focus problem. Because of you aren't as smart as these other kids. So that's going to embed in your mind that, oh my God, I can't focus. Well, I'm that one guy right now to tell you that you can, because you've been focusing on my voice for the last 30 minutes. Just because I've been speaking in an uptone, motivational, direct, masculine way. You can focus. You're just not giving yourself the right environment, the right mindsets. No shit, if I was to hand you a book and you haven't had read a book in God knows how long, and you've been scrolling, you've been doing all the bad habits, you were just straight up fucking fried. If I was to give you a book, you would instantly say it's boring. You would instantly say I can't focus. You would instantly just go on. Going all on just because you can't achieve the goal, but you're achieving the goal that you want to achieve. Quick, easy dopamine, saying you can't, but then you can scroll. Saying you can't do no fap, but then you fap. Zoom out, bro. And try to take in what I have to say. I've been on this journey now for like, honestly, bro, we're about to hit 4 years hard. And I started going to the gym in 2018, but I was still a social autist my first 2 years of going to the gym because I thought it was all about just building muscle. But it's not. It's about having a strong mind and emotionally regulating yourself to get all the stuff that you actually want to attract in your life. The girlfriend, the respect, the social circle, the money. Not this materialistic stuff like the car, the watch, the earrings, the jewelry. Okay, it's like kind of cool and it does like, whoa, that opens my mind. But at the end of the day, bro, it's really not all that. Like, I'm yet to achieve all of that, but I've heard other people, like successful guys, say, oh, it's cool, but at the end of the day, the most fulfilling thing is your purpose, your business. Your actionable step for this lesson is to start saying to yourself repeatedly, at least 10 times a day, and if you forget to do this, get a piece of paper, write it up on your wall. I can focus. 3 words. Nine letters. I was just thinking about that. I can focus. 1, 4, 5. Letters. 3 words. I can focus. 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 Oh my God, Adrian, I can focus. Holy shit. How? All I had to do was listen to what you were to say, delete social media, and I can actually focus now? What the fuck? Bro, in high school, I got made fun of because of my low grades. I could never have picked up a book. But now I look around me, I see all these other people. Oh my God, he's overstimulated shit. It's just like when I was in that coffee shop 2 years ago in Germana at the beach. I swear to God, bro, once you can make this switch, you will look around you and actually say, I don't want to be friends with him or her. I don't want to be friends with him. I don't. You will look around you and overstimulated, depressed people will fucking give you the biggest ick ever. Just because you're emotionally regulated, you're calm, you're disciplined, you're peaceful. You've nourished yourself with all of these good, feel good emotions and you feel absolutely fucking incredible. This is genuinely what happened to me. I would make progress with detoxing myself. But then at the same time, I was still hanging around certain individuals, and it was like this. I would feel good. Then as soon as I spend time with them, I'd start to feel bad again. I'd start to indulge in more bad habits. I'd start to play video games again. I'd start to eat shit food. I'd start to have a fuck sleep schedule. Under my eyes would start to get like green, purple, black because of how sleep deprived I'd make myself. So that's why, like I kind of advertised 10 minutes ago, the social circle element, being around guys who are disciplined, as cringe as and gay as you may think it sounds right now, it is the absolute and utter truth. If you hang around 4 dickheads, you will be the 5th. If you hang around 3 people who have such a negative mindset and are just cruel against the world and just say, oh, I have to go to work, I gotta do this, you will be the next guy who thinks like that. I can guarantee you, the more you've watched my videos, the more I've started to fill your mind up with such positive talk, fucking hype, fucking motivation that you want to go smash a gym session after this video. You want to do that hard interval run that I've been telling you to do. You want to go read that book and this one and that one. You want to do all of the hard stuff just because of my voice. And everyone has a voice. As much as I wanted attention when I sent that text message to all of my friends in that group chat, as cool as I felt, I still just wanted to make progress. And I wanted to have a voice. Because I knew I was on the right path and I had something positive to share. So I pushed, and I pushed, chipped away. And I found fun in the simple things. How crazy is that? If you're not that aware of my own journey, I used to be the guy who couldn't even look his own friends in the eye. I was socially autistic. I made every single mistake you can possibly think of. I was once super skinny, then I got super fat, I was super anxious, super introverted, all of this stuff. But in reality, I wasn't any of that. Straightforward with you, bro. I was just overstimulated. And so are everyone around you. That's why I've put so much work, so much effort in this video, because I know how much progress you can make the sooner you can calm your brain down. You've probably been so unaware your whole high school life, and you've just been walking into the school grounds thinking the world is like literally about to end just because of how many negative thoughts you have in your brain. Zoom out for a second, bro. When you truly think about your day-to-day life, how many of those thoughts are positive? Because I know for me right now, nearly every single one of my thoughts in the 24 hours I have in the day is like positive. Yes, I'm human and I might feel more anxious at times, but I can 90% of the time, because I know I'm progressing, I just naturally feel good. Naturally. Like, what a flex. That's a flex in today's day and age. That I feel good is a flex. That I don't need to drink alcohol, I don't need to scroll, I just feel good. That is a flex in today's day and age, and you're not experiencing that right now, which is a disgrace. We are humans. We were brought on this planet to feel good and go with the flow of life. I know I'm getting super deep and spiritual here, but actually, like, I want you to think hard and use your brain now. If you were to count on your fingers how many negative thoughts you get in a day, you wouldn't have enough fingers, bro. It's because you're not at peace with yourself. It's because yesterday you said to your friends, yeah, boys, I'm going to go to the gym and train legs with you guys. But you didn't go. That's going to stick with you. The fact that you're not a man of your word, the fact that you basically blatantly lied, and the fact that you're not going to experience the progress now of bigger quads. I haven't skipped a leg day in 8 years because I know if I have, I'm going to be making this much less percentage gains in my quads. Call me insane, but that has given me peace. Every time you skip something that's hard, that is going to build up. It's like you're building your... oh my God, what an analogy. You're building your own prison brick by brick every single time you do something, you don't do something that you're meant to do. You are building a prison for yourself that you are trapped and encaged in, aka your own mind. Whereas when you start doing more good stuff, when you start doing the hard stuff, regardless of how you feel, you are fucking Aikidoing, karate kicking those bricks one at a time. And your brain is now free. You are now your most authentic self. You can now attract that absolutely hot feminine girl into your life just because you are now more on the end of being a normal, happy guy. You don't need to watch all of this red pill content. You don't need to learn about all this in-depth stuff of like, oh, what's the right way to attract this girl? Maybe if I send this message, maybe if I, oh my God, if I wait 10 minutes and then I message her in 5 minutes and I do all this stuff, I send her memes and I... Feel good with yourself and you attract good into your life. The more better I started to feel about myself, the more better my YouTube videos started to get. Right? Talking behind the camera is a skill. But that doesn't mean it's hard or it's impossible or that you can't do it. It is a skill that gets improved over time. Dopamine detoxing is a skill. It's hard, but it starts to become second nature over time. Everything in life that seems hard to you right now is actually a skill. In video games, you would try level up the hardest skills because they had the most rewards, or you could progress faster through harder skills, right? I know you can't slay that fucking dragon with level 1 skills, but the more you level up, the more you progress, you can actually start to slay that dragon. What are some of your goals? Have you even wrote down your goals of the year? We're about to hit 2026 now. Time's just going endlessly. I know for us guys, us masculine guys, one of our goals is location freedom, financial freedom, retire our family, be able to travel wherever we want, whenever we want. That is one of our goals. And we have been proven time and time and time again that the only way to achieve that is through online businesses. And the fact that you haven't started your own online business yet, because maybe you don't know how to start, you don't know what to do, is a disgrace. And I can literally make your life easier by giving you all of the advice, everything I've learned about content, about gym, about relationships, about dating, about social circle, about mindset, human behavior, all the books I've read, all the lessons and learnings, everything, in the first link in my bio. Do you think when I started going to the gym, I stopped because it was hard and I didn't have the skills I wanted to yet with lifting weights? Or do you think I said, okay, this is hard, but I know the more I can just show up, rock up, the more I'll just naturally learn because I'm literally, well, I'm actually, quite frankly, grabbing myself and placing myself here on the map. It literally goes with everything. Think about it as well. I love these analogies. In video games, when you start off, the map's like all foggy. How do you expect to progress when you don't embrace fear and explore the rest of the map? You're not putting yourselves in the right spots. That's how you have to treat life. If right now you're skinny fat, okay, grab yourself and fucking place yourself in the gym. If right now you are so nervous for dates and you dread them so much, grab yourself and start. Obviously, it's a bit different with dating. Okay, start texting girls more and then place yourself in a date. No matter how bad it goes, you will naturally learn. I can give you all of the advice in the world, but at the end of the day, bro, it does come down to you placing yourself in the right positions. With gym, with dating, with investing. Investing is quite literally buying something early and selling it later. You placed yourself and positioned yourself ahead of hundreds of thousands of millions of people because you had intel, data, education that they didn't. Everything is about positioning, and my videos help position you in a better spot than where you once were previously positioned, right? You're now 45 minutes into this video. I like to say you've progressed 100x substantially just because you've actually had the focus, the discipline to watch this video unedited, raw, authentic, masculine, direct for 45 minutes straight. So again, we smash and disintegrate that limiting belief of, oh, you can't focus because you clearly can. You've learned so much in this video. You can learn. Oh, congratulations. If you have presently stayed for 47 minutes, you actually have more of a healthier attention span, right? Short form content, you watch 10 videos in 10 seconds. This is why I know you are more than the normal guy. And no, I'm not just trying to motivate you now and give you all of this fluffy hope. I know you are hardcore and you are serious about this. And you understand that this game of life is a race. Because when you truly think about it, bro, truly, we all want the same things. We want the followers. We want the girl. We want the money. We want the freedom. Masculinity is all about searching for freedom. So we want all of these things because we think they will make our life better in return, and we will live a happier, more meaningful, purposeful, fulfilling existence. The game is a race, and you either play it or you don't. For the guys who play it, yes, they're just naturally competitive, but they don't get envious of one another. If anything, they just push each other forward. Like, yeah, at times, maybe one person is above him, and the other guy is pissed off about him, but that just makes him work harder. And it's like this. That's a healthy friendship. That's a healthy group of guys who are all about the right stuff. And you're running. You're not walking. You're not crawling. You're fucking sprinting in this race. But then if you're on the other side of life, the guys who aren't as of much about progress and as of much as ticking off boxes and completing goals, and the non-believers, those guys get envious a lot faster than what we do. These guys, when they see maybe one other person who's better than them at something, they won't naturally try to encourage him to keep going, or tell him you're on the right track, bro. Keep going. You're doing just great. Keep going. They try bring him down because they don't want to see him get what they want faster than him. So they'll bring him down and say, you can just do it later. You can slow down, start scrolling again, start eating junk food again. And you're probably thinking, Adrian, no. They can't say that. They can't. And why would they? That just makes them shit people. And surely they don't mean it. They don't mean it. They can't mean it. Remember what I said 30 minutes ago? Whatever we say, in whatever way, is us trying to achieve some sort of goal. By them saying that to one of their friends, they are achieving the goal of trying to slow him down. And they've won. So then those people will naturally feel better about themselves because now they are closer to getting this or that or that. But when you're on the, like I said, when you're on the believer side, we encourage people because when we encourage something out of someone, it makes us want to do better. I have a close friend of mine now, like I said in my previous video, he's starting to post YouTube videos and I am encouraging him every day. It's 9 a.m. and I text him before, post a video today. I encouraged him. And if I didn't send that, maybe I wouldn't be recording this video right now. Because I encouraged him, I started to naturally feel pressure to perform. I feel the pressure that, oh my God, my closest friend is coming. He's like running right behind me now. I need to push harder. And that's healthy. That's masculine energy. That's not being overstimulated. It's being calm, steady, progressive rock who cares and fights for his goals. So now think of it. I actually achieve my goal by encouraging others. It actually makes me work harder. Holy fuck, why don't I just encourage everyone? And if people don't listen to my encouragement, I'm not going to speak to them. The fuck? Bro, what? If I tell people, don't fap, it's not good for you, and they continue to fap, you're a non-believer. Non-believer! What's the point of talking to you? You don't listen to what I say. If you don't listen to what I say, how am I going to trust you in any sort or single way? Non-believer. So right now, if you have any friends, and maybe you're on self-improvement, maybe you've just watched this video now and you want to share it, you want to grab the link and you want to send it to all your friends. And you tell them, oh, Adrian told me, oh my God, dopamine detox is so good. Boys, we've got to delete social media. We've got to dysregulate ourselves. We've got to start to feel better. Let's do this. Let's do this. If you send that video to them and they laugh, they say, what the fuck are you doing? You're weird. They say all this stuff. Negative. First of all, you can place all of them in the non-believers. And you can also say to yourself, why aren't they encouraging me? I'm literally trying to better my life. Even though it can come deemed across as harder, I am trying to better my life and they are being negative about it. Is that just because they know it's harder and they want to take the easier route, the more depressing route as well? Probably that's what Adrian kind of just said in his 1 hour full guide about dopamine detox. I might need to actually make new friends. I copped this same criticism when I started going to the gym. I was bettering my life. I was becoming more attractive. I was becoming bigger, more jacked. Slowly, but steadily. And the first month I go to the gym, I'd hear comments like, oh, You've been going to the gym for 1 month now and you still have no muscle. 2 months, 3 months, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Non-stop. Non-stop. People will always try pull you down because you are making the right choice. And right now, bro, oh my god, it's a workout. And right now, bro, you know what the right choice is. It's to grab your phone and actually take action on the actionable step I am now about to give you. Your final step. It's to grab your phone, and if you know deep down you have friends who fall into more of the non-believer category, and you know they're not really pushing you in any way positively or forward, and you're in, like, let's say, group chats, the actionable step for you to progress faster on your self-improvement journey and get all of the things that I have and that you want is to leave that group chat. Yeah, at first you might sweat, you might feel anxious, you might think, did I make the right decision? Now I'm going to feel lonely. Remember, it's better to feel lonely than alone, I think the quote is. You can feel alone in a group chat with negative people. And that fucking sucks. Like, there's actually other human beings around you, but you still feel alone. Worst experience a guy could experience. I would rather leave that, work on myself, start to feel more positive, start to get good emotions inside of me once again, like when I was a little kid. And then start to attract the right people in my life. That's what I want to do. So I'm gonna listen to Adrian. I'm gonna follow his actionable step and actually leave those group chats. No matter how much shit they talk. I just know they're saying all of this shit to achieve some sort of goal to bait me back into joining their chat. So I'm not gonna do that. If anything, I'm gonna zoom out. I'm gonna think long term. I'm gonna start to regulate myself again. I'm going to start reteaching myself again and say to myself, I can focus, I can learn, I can listen, and I can make progress. It's all that I needed, that validation in the first hand, which I kind of got from Adrian. Adrian said I can do this. Adrian said I can do this and this and this. Now I actually feel like I can do it. So why don't I go out there and make a start? Regardless of how hard and difficult it may be, I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna post that first video. I'm gonna meditate. I'm gonna read. I'm gonna speak to that girl. Not because of anyone else, but because of myself. Because I know when I give myself hard, meaningful, difficult goals and I do them, I can almost just get my hands, put them above my head, take a big breath, and finally be at peace. Naturally, my family is going to start to respect me more. They're no longer going to look at me, that boy who just faps in his room 5 times a day. I'm going to become the man. I'm going to become the provider. I'm going to become, and most importantly, the leader. Because I've done the work. And that doesn't mean I can now rest and I can now relax. That just means I've got the ball rolling. And that there is so much more work to do and to be done. And that this path is not only a journey, but it's a lifestyle. Dopamine detox changed my life. For those of you who are interested, I just opened up my school community all about self-improvement. We have pre-recorded courses, a discussion thread, and I'm also going to be doing 2 live calls weekly in there, Q&A session, and I'm going to be teaching one thing I learned throughout the week. I also plan on hosting private meetups that we can go for a run together, a gym session together, and even dinner. First link in the description. I'll see you inside, and I hope this video has motivated and educated you. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.